Hi, this video is going to be a short introduction to the new apps in Dynamics 365. So you can see that currently I'm on home.dynamics.com and I'm presented with kind of a few things that we kind of really don't know what they are. A lot of people kind of get confused with them. They're like, do I click on them? If I click on them, where's my stuff? Oh my god, I can't get to my sales stuff. And it can be quite a confusing thing if you're if you've gone straight from CRM to Dynamics 365 and you're not kind of familiar with some of the changes. So hopefully this video kind of demystifies some of those. So what these are essentially your self-contained applications. So you can actually build these within Dynamics 365, and also they are sometimes based on the specific licenses that you can have with Dynamics 365 as well. So all they are, so just to kind of, let's just click sales, all they are kind of a self-contained kind of version of CRM, and it forces you to only see kind of what's been put in the app. So an app contains a sitemap, it contains the entities, the dashboards, the views, the charts and the forms, and you can then limit, so you can actually build these apps, limit them via security role and so on as well. So you can see here that I've got sales, marketing and the settings available to me. Now I don't have the service. So if I go back and click customer service, then I'll have access to service. So the idea is that as a role-based application, you can only see then what you're meant to see. You don't kind of get confused by all this kind of stuff, and it kind of greatly improves the user experience. So another thing then is that when people click the Dynamics 365, it's kind of like, oh my god, what's this stuff? This is just those applications kind of transposed into a kind of a quick way of accessing the applications. And some people will actually have more than one application available to them. So the idea is, and the way I kind of see it, is you've kind of put your sales hat on, you've just put your customer service hat on, and it's that sort of thing. So rather than having everything available to you, it's a kind of really great way of encapsulating kind of specific kind of functional things within the system, based on kind of role or kind of things that you do as part of that function. So everyone kind of gets this Dynamics 365 custom, which is just your kind of full application. So I'm just going to click that. I'm just going to go into the settings, and you'll see this My Apps. And this again is transposed here, so you can now see these three applications. You've kind of got where you've published them, so where they're kind of live and your app's being edited, section 2. So you can see that I've been playing around with them here. And then you can click on this this button here, and you can then go and edit them in the app designer, or you can then manage the roles. And actually this is where you then start limiting based on roles. So I'm going to go ahead and create an application. So and the description. Description is quite important because this is essentially what your users will see when they click that application. And I'm going to then click done. So when you first get presented with this screen, it looks very similar to the process designer. Then I'll link in a video, I'll link to the previous video which goes through a quick run through in less than 5 minutes on how to get started with the new process designer in Dynamics 365. But for now, we'll continue with the app designer. So you can see here that it's like, well, configuration missing, and I would always recommend kind of clicking this first when you're doing this, because what it does is it opens up the new sitemap designer. So this is a drag and drop designer to allow you to pretty much build that sitemap, and it's very helpful because you can then just say, right, I'm going to change that, I want to name the group. And if I was doing IDs as well, this is where I'll do that, but I'm not going to do that because this is a very quick video. Very quick overview video. So what I'm just in there is I'm just selecting the entity that this is for. So I'm just going to go back to account, and I can then give it accounts for cats. And in advanced you can then go into a lot more detail if you want to. I'm going to click here and add a new sub area, and I'm going to click another entity. I'm going to click article, and I'm going to click article for cats, articles for cats. And again, more advanced if I want it, but I don't at the moment. So you can kind of see how quick it is to do that. And if I wanted to, I could drag a new area, I can drag new groups and so on. But I'm pretty happy with that at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then I'm going to go back to the app designer, and this is exactly why I said do the sitemap first, because it actually automatically pulls in those entities for you, and also the dashboards if I used it. So you can see here that it's brought through all. If you click this, you can see then that it actually brings through some contextual information for you to say, do you want all the forms? So if I've not got any selected, it basically says, well, you want all of them. If I then just select account and information, you can see then that it brings through too, and it gives me the details in a quick view as well. So if you actually want to add new stuff in, so say for example I want to add the dashboards, and it brings in the entities that are reliant on that dashboard, so that's just something to bear in mind there. I want to remove the dashboard from my app, but all the entities still exist. It could be used as a bit of a quick way to actually pull through entities, but just bear in mind that it doesn't remove them automatically. So that really is the new app designer in a nutshell. Once you're finished, you save it, and then you can then validate it. So it's basically like, oh hey, you know, is there anything that we kind of want to warn you on? We've got some dependencies here as well, or do you want to just go ahead and publish your application? Then it'll be available to the wider business. So that's it. That's pretty much a very quick introduction, and I hope you found it useful.